This is such a tight tunnel. I'm claustrophobic.
We're Matteo and Micha. In our last episode, we kicked off our ultimate Italian road trip in Capo d'Orlando, Sicily, and shared why we decided to start our adventure in this very special place. Today, we're exploring one of Sicily's most popular coastal villages, Cefalu. We climb to the top of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, visit an ancient medieval washhouse, see the second most famous smile in the world, and grab a pizza and beer on the beach. So we're currently on the way to the train station to catch the 9 a.m. train to Cefalu. And the thing with Sicilian transport is that it's a little bit different to the rest of Italy. The trains don't run as frequently, so if we miss this one, the next one isn't for 2.5 hours. It's 8:45, it's 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 32 Celsius, and Matteo has already changed his shirt. The journey hasn't even begun.
So warm.
Mateo's looking up what temperature it can go up to before the drone melts in the sky. So that's good. We're only 8 degrees under.
So at this point you're probably wondering, why on earth are we on a train when we said that we're going to do the ultimate Italian road trip? Well, there's a few things that need to get done in order to hit the physical road. In order to buy a car in Italy, you need to be a registered resident. So I'm currently in the process of registering my residency, and this is vital in order to buy a car, as I cannot buy a car without it. And this is Italy, so official things tend to take a little longer than normal. But on the bright side, trains tend to be cheaper for short distances, they're easier and they're less stressful. So we may be hitting the tracks right now, but we'll hopefully be getting a car within the next few weeks. And hopefully something cute and cliche for Italy. So we just arrived in Cefalu and we're off to see the Duomo. Cefalu is a small coastal village located on the north coast of Sicily. It's around about 1 hour from Palermo and one of the busiest holiday destinations. Famous for its 12th century fortress-like Norman Cathedral, this town has a mix of Norman and Byzantine influence. It is home to several well-preserved mosaics from the Middle Ages, has the remnants of an ancient city and numerous narrow cobbled streets. The city is also dominated by a monumental rock that rises up 270 meters in height, or 885 feet. The Duomo was allegedly built in 1131 by the Norman King Roger II of Sicily. When he was traveling by boat from Salerno to Palermo, he got caught in a storm and managed to land safely on shore. He vowed to the Lord to build a church in the place where he had taken land safely with his crew, and so he built this cathedral. The towers have only been open to the public since 2019, after being closed for the last 9 centuries.
So we just got our tickets to go inside the church. Whoa. This is incredible.
This is such a tight tunnel. I'm about to smack my head. No, I'm claustrophobic. Okay, we're at the end. We made it.
In 2015, this cathedral, together with the one in Palermo and Monreale, were listed as a trio as a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
So it's only 11 a.m., but it is so hot right now that I think this calls for a granita. Grazie mille. So a granita is a common Sicilian breakfast, and I can totally see why, because when it is this hot, this is all you want to eat. It's so fresh. It's kind of like a slushie, and they have so many different flavors. I got strawberry and lemon, and Matteo got almond. And you can get it with a brioche, and you just take a little bit off, you dip it in. Perfect.
Now that we're done with the Duomo, it's off to the medieval washhouse. So we just arrived at the medieval washhouse. This washhouse is where citizens wash their clothes in a river allegedly formed by the tears of a mourning nymph who accidentally caused the death of her lover. The stairs down to the washhouse are made out of lava and limestone and is a magnificent taste of Sicilian medieval life. This washhouse was used by the locals well into the 20th century, and in the summer of 1991, the entire area was restored. The water flows from the Cefalu River and heads straight into the ocean.
So I ordered an iced shaken coffee, and it came in this margarita glass. I actually think I'm gonna drink all my coffee out of glasses like this. I feel very fancy.
All right, now that we just had lunch and we had a few beers, we realized it's still as hot as it was this morning, and so we will be on the hunt for more beers.
So in the middle of the day, things get pretty quiet because it's siesta time. So between around noon and 4:30, there's not too much happening. Restaurants are closed, the place is pretty quiet because everyone's taking a midday break. Very sticky. That's all I have to say. That's just the latest update here from the streets of Cefalu.
We're about to enter the Mandriliska Museum, home to a painting that is known as the world's second most famous smile after Mona Lisa. This is the portrait of an unknown man by Antonello da Messina. It's also known as the second most famous smile in the world after the Mona Lisa. As you can see, it's a bit of a cheeky smile that almost seems like it's mocking you a bit. And because of this, it seems to have stirred different reactions amongst the people that have seen it over time. And several times the painting was subjected to restoration on the upper part of the face, just around the eyes, as it is thought that the sneer of the unknown man annoyed somebody so much that they removed his pupils.
Too bad I think it's a little bit older than the show.
So it's 6 p.m. and our mission has been accomplished. And we got a 2-liter bottle of water because we don't want to die of dehydration. Cefalu is an hour train ride from Capodolando, and literally in that time, the beach went from being pebbles to sand.
It is 6:15 p.m. and the beach is packed.
So, little evening update here on the bench looking at the beach. Just a little beer and biscuit combination.
We can't afford to eat out for lunch and dinner, so that's dinner.
So cookies and beer it is. I feel like people are walking by and judging us a little bit.
You know, in Italy, you're going to get stared at regardless. So you got to do whatever you want to do, and they're going to look at you anyway.
Truer words have never been spoken.
As I said that, we got 2 hard stares.
We really did.
And again.
And one more time. Update. It is now 7:15 p.m. and the beach is still packed. I just made some new friends. Ciao. Hey. I love this place. Just a South African in the wild.
So this is our dinner seating for the evening. It's prime positioning.
Oh.
Prime positioning. We are the first bench on the promenade in front of all the fancy restaurants. We got a takeaway pizza coming from behind us. So we're gonna have a good evening here. Pizza and beer, sunset. What a way to end the day.
So many people are out having fun.
Ending the day in true Matteo and Micha fashion. Just having a pizza, drinking some beer, and watching the sunset.
So good.
In our next episode, we are headed to the city of Messina, known as the Door of Sicily and a crucial port to the Mediterranean. We explore why this ancient city has such a modern touch.